Your title doesn't make you a leader. Reframing Leadership for Organizational Success Abstract. The article argues that true leadership goes beyond just position or title, and instead derives from personal qualities and behaviors that inspire and empower others. It explores key leadership qualities like honesty, vision, empathy, and people development, and discusses strategies organizations can use to cultivate these qualities throughout the workforce, not just in top executives. By reframing leadership as a developable resource distributed across the organization, rather than concentrated at the top, the article showcases how companies like the Container Store, Google, and Toyota have unleashed innovation, ownership, and resilience even during disruption. The conclusion emphasizes that empowering leadership potential at all levels, through skills development, transparent communication, and collaborative problem-solving, allows organizations to build renewable leadership resources that drive long-term competitive advantage. In today's dynamic business climate, leadership is pivotal for navigating change and fostering organizational success. However, misconceptions persist that leadership is defined by position or hierarchy alone. Today, we will argue that true leadership derives from personal qualities and behaviors, not titles, and effective leadership requires reframing one's mindset away from positional authority toward empowering others. By cultivating leadership from within, organizations can unleash potential, build resilience, and thrive even during disruptive times. Defining leadership beyond titles and hierarchy. A wealth of management research has sought to define the essence of leadership and distinguish it from mere managerial authority. Nordhaus, 2019. Kuzis and Posner, 2017. Uckel, 2010. While some conflate the two concepts, leadership scholars agree that leadership involves motivating followers through influence rather than relying on formal power or oversight duties alone. Bass and Bass, 2008. Put simply, leadership is not a person or a position. It is a complex moral relationship between people, based on trust, obligation, commitment, emotion, and a shared vision of the good. Schuler, 2014, p. 16. True leaders inspire others and empower them to achieve shared goals through their personal character, vision, and ability to build relationships. Kuzis and Posner, 2017. Simply occupying a manager role does not guarantee one's leadership abilities will emerge. In contrast, leadership can arise from any level when individuals demonstrate the right qualities and behaviors to influence peers toward constructive change. Bennis, 2007. Shine, 2010. This distinction underscores that leadership must be defined by how one leads, not executive presence alone. Key leadership qualities and behaviors. Research identifies several core personal qualities that effective leaders exhibit to gain followership through empowerment rather than control. Nordhaus, 2019. Kuzis and Posner, 2017. This section explores some of the most impactful qualities frequently cited. Honesty and integrity. Above all, leadership demands high ethical standards and consistency between espoused values and actions. Followers must trust that leaders have integrity and credibility. Kuzis and Posner, 2017. Honest self-awareness and accountability also matter. George, 2007. Leaders own their mistakes, learn from failures, and embrace improvement. Shine, 2010. Vision and passion. Clear communication of a compelling vision that inspires shared purpose is essential for leaders to energize followers toward goals. Cotter, 2007. Collins and Porras, 2002. Leaders convey deep passion for the work and belief that achieving the vision is worthwhile. Bennis, 2007. Empathy and consideration of others. Effective leaders deeply listen to understand diverse perspectives, treat all people with respect, and consider impacts of decisions on stakeholders. George, 2007. Kuzis and Posner, 2017. They foster an inclusive culture where diverse talents feel valued and heard. Confidence and determination, believing wholeheartedly in what is possible. Despite setbacks, leaders persevere through challenges with resilience and optimism. Bennis. 2007. Shine, 2010. They empower others to overcome obstacles through confident problem-solving. Development of people. Rather than micromanage, leaders recognize each person's potential and coach, mentor them to higher levels of responsibility and contribution. Cotter. 2007. Bennis, 2007. They distribute leadership to enable organizational learning. Challenge assumptions and draw from collective wisdom. Shine. 2010. The next section explores how cultivating these leadership qualities throughout an organization can shift mindsets away from hierarchy for improved collaboration, performance, and resilience. Practical strategies provide a roadmap for distributed leadership development at any level. Cultivating leadership from within, strategies for organizations rather than viewing leadership as reserved for top executives alone. Organizations that empower leadership potential wherever it emerges tend to outperform peers over the long run. Collins. 2001. Shine, 2010. This section outlines concrete steps organizations can take to cultivate true leadership qualities from within through skills development, transparent communication, and stakeholder inclusion. Leadership development training at all levels. Formal leadership training need not end with middle management. By investing skill building for qualities like vision setting, active listening, and coaching, any employee can strengthen abilities to positively influence others. Cotter. 2007. Uckel, 2010. Rotational job assignments and cross-functional project roles spread leadership learning enterprise-wide. 360-degree feedback and development planning. Multirater feedback tools identify strengths and growth areas for individuals to target in detailed development plans. Base and Base. 2008. Day, 2000. Annual reviews shift focus from tasks to cultivating qualities like character, relationships, and empowerment of others. Peer coaching holds leaders accountable to progress. Transparent two-way communication, regular informative company-wide updates plus soliciting employee ideas breaks down silos and gets stakeholders invested in challenges opportunities. Cotter. 2007. Collins, 2001. Town halls, suggestion boxes, and skip-level meetings empower distributed leadership problem-solving. Inclusion in strategic decision-making. Cross-functional task forces and advisory councils that include frontline experts in strategy development leverage diverse perspectives and build buy-in for planned changes. Collins. 2001. Cotter, 2007. Collaborative problem-solving replaces unilateral directives from the top. The strategies above illustrate reframing leadership as an investable resource within organizations when cultivating it from within becomes a priority. Industry examples below demonstrate concretely how distributed leadership development drives collaborative innovation and resilience. Industry examples of distributed leadership successes. Several renowned organizations showcase the transformative impact of reframing leadership as distributed instead of position-centric. The Container Store. This retailer is known for an employee-led culture where associates at all levels feel empowered to lead projects. Ongoing training plus transparent two-way communication foster skills, ownership, and strategic suggestions from within to continuously enhance the customer experience. Sol. 2019. Finkelstein, Hambrick, and Canella, 2009. Associates lead from all touchpoints with customers. Google's horizontal structure distributes decision rights to empower employees throughout teams. Self-managed workgroups foster leadership, creativity, and responsibility from within through collaborative problem-solving circles. Rotational career paths build skills while injecting fresh perspectives across diverse functions. Laser. 2012. Collins and Porras, 2002. This cultivates an energized workforce always innovating. Toyota Production System pioneering, lean, methods treat frontline staff as problem-solving leaders through continuous improvement circles. Cross-training builds versatile manufacturing leadership while empowering employees closest to processes to identify innovations, Leica. 2004. Collins and Porras, 2002. Frontline, Kaizen, problem-solving has driven quality, efficiency, cost leadership for decades. These examples illustrate how empowering leadership from within through skills development, transparent communication, and collaborative problem-solving unleashes potential, innovation, and resilience across industries. When leadership becomes a developable resource invested in people, not positions alone, organizations gain competitive advantages. Conclusion: renewable resources through distributed leadership. Leadership is defined not by titles, but by personal qualities and behaviors that motivate others through positive influence, vision, and empowerment. By shifting focus from hierarchy to cultivating leadership potential wherever it emerges through skill building, multidirectional communication, and stakeholder inclusion in strategic challenges, organizations develop renewable resources of leadership. Distributed leadership fosters collaborative innovation, ownership, and accountability across functions, which drives performance, learning, and resilience even during disruption. The examples showcased realize competitive differentiation through uniquely empowered, energized workforces that lead proudly from all levels. Ultimately, as Base and Base, 2008, summarized, the most impactful leaders recognize everyone has leadership potential given opportunity and coaching support to positively impact others. Organizations that prioritize developing leadership as everyone's business will remain agile, energized, and best positioned for ongoing success.